Hey there, and welcome to YAS, a stripper podcast. On this podcast, we'll discuss how classifying each other as people and workers is dangerous to society and marginalized groups of people. We'll also talk about the climate in and outside of the strip clubs and all of the amazing things that strippers do. And of course, we'll talk about all of the things in between. I'm your queen, A.M. Davies, and this is YAS, a stripper podcast. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of YAS, a stripper podcast. We are recording from our house, Babetown house, actually. And normally I start out with a thought of the day. So I think the thought of today is actually going to be about Babetown house and about what this means and about what we're doing here. And so, on March 1st of this year, 2020, me and several other babes moved into a house together, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect because 2 weeks later, things were getting shut down. We were all losing our jobs. Everything became so uncertain. But the greatest part about moving right before this happened and moving in with each other is we have this massive amount of support with each other. And I couldn't imagine right now still living in my studio apartment and going through this. We've been able to cook for and with each other. We have movie nights. We have game nights. We support each other in our creative endeavors. And we're literally there for each other just to talk. And I want to remind everybody that that's basically a stripper's role in life, is to be there for others and to support them and to listen to them. And we literally help people through their lives. I was just having conversations with my producers just a little bit ago today about how strippers literally, how we have side conversations with each other about how basically we're each other's therapist, or how we're customers' therapists. And to be quite honest with you, we're each other's therapists too. We spend so much time in the dressing room together. We uplift each other. We're there for each other when shit hits the fan. And I would say that living in a house with the majority of them are strippers, it's basically the dressing room times 10, because we're here with each other all day long. And it's been really beautiful, and it's been really an amazing experience so far. And so I'm not even that mad at quarantine right now. I'm not even mad. No. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So normally, because the podcasts we have to do right now are virtual, normally you're seeing a much different type of video screen, which is where we're side by side in these vertical videos. But because Caroline lives literally on the other side of that wall, we get to film each other inside our house.
We don't have a 6 feet quarantine.
Exactly.
It's just we're quarantined together.
Basically, our spit is all over each other's things already.
Yeah. It's too late.
Yeah. We've already discussed, a couple weeks ago, we were like, if one of us gets it, we're all getting it. We're fucked. Yeah, so we're not even tripping. We literally all snuggle on the king-size bed together and watch movies. We just watched Braveheart last night.
It was really good. Freedom.
Yeah, you haven't seen it in 10 years.
I haven't seen it in 10 years, yeah.
Well, you kept making comments like you didn't expect things to happen.
Because it had been a long time, and I didn't remember what had happened. And I was like, oh shit, this is intense. Can I curse on here?
Oh god, yes.
God. Okay. Oh shit, this is intense. It was a much more intense movie than I remember it being.
Yeah, oh, my nipple just came out.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Accident.
See, that's why you need to watch these YouTube videos.
Yeah, it's super
because you get little surprise nip slips.
Yeah, and I washed my hair for you guys, so
yeah, right.
Be ready.
Yeah, it was just funny because I've seen that movie 20 freaking times, and so every time you're like, oh shit, I was like, damn bitch, didn't you know that was coming? Anyway, so thank you so much for walking 10 feet into my bedroom.
It was not an issue. The commute was not stressful. So,
there was no traffic.
There's no traffic.
It's so weird.
Just get out of your room and turn to the right, and there you are.
So one of the first things that I like to do is confirm whether or not my guest identifies as a stripper.
That's a great question.
Yeah, because this is YAS, a stripper podcast. So
totally. Yeah, I definitely do. I think right now where I dance, which is Jumbo's, is definitely sort of more of a PG-13 version of a strip club. Mm-hmm. But I've been a nude stripper. It's been 12 years now. of me being a dancer and stripping and performing.
So you did nude.
I've done fully. Yeah. I started out fully nude stripping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
So, and again, at the end of the day, I'm dancing on a pole and people are throwing me singles, like, and I'm wearing stripper heels. So yes, fuck yes, a stripper, and come at me, bruh.
But you also, as part of strippers' duties, right? You talk to customers and you listen to their bullshit.
Yeah.
And you sit and have drinks with them and you give them the
you're so interesting and
so interesting.
Yeah, I have to do all that. Yeah, I have
yeah.
to do all the customer.
Can I just do this?
Please do.
Okay. Let me get this thing out of your hair.
Thank you so much.
There we go.
I don't know what's in
right.
quarantine. We don't know. We don't know. It could be pizza. But you know, yeah, I have customers. I have people I have to. You know, friends will come in and I'll be like, it's really great to see you, but I'm working. It's still a job. I'm still taking off my clothes for money. At the end of the day, I'm seducing people for money. So if that's not a stripper.
I don't know. I feel like that might fall under another job title.
I don't know. All I'm saying is
seducing people for money.
I mean, that's at the end of the day, that is my job. I'm like,
yeah, I know. I don't know. I can't think of any other job description. Like grocery store checkout person.
Yeah.
No.
My job is literally
art curator. No. I'm just like going, like, is there any other position in life where you're literally the description of your job title is?
It's like seduce people for money. Like, that's what I do.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm really good at it.
But you also are taking clothes off. You're just not showing your nibblies.
Yeah, sadly.
Right.
Yeah.
It is sad,
because they're nice.
I know. I would love to at
nice
least get
nibblies.
topless. I started to feel weird about men, like, wanting to basically be a pseudo-gynecologist when I was dancing in the nude clubs. Like, they would literally request the visibility of my vagina.
Wow.
And that's when I was like, oh, I've had it.
Like, I'm good.
I've had it. Yeah, like, I understand you want to see my vagina, but they literally were requesting, you know, you're a really great dancer, but I just don't get to see your vagina.
Just don't get to see your cervix. So, like, if you could, like, do more of a split. Yeah, no, I don't miss the vagina being shown, sure. I like my vagina, I like it's fine. I do miss, like, showing my boobs a little bit just because my boobs are nice. And it was so fun to just kind of be like, and here they are. And then kind of not have to do anything. Because you're like, here they are. And everyone's like, ah. And you're like, there you go. You know, where now I have to resort to much more creative things to keep people's attention.
Totally. Yeah, totally. I feel that. Shit, man. But you are taking off something when you're doing that dancing.
Always.
At Jumbo's Clown Room specifically, just in case you're... I know a lot of Jumbo's Clown Room dancers because I danced there for 11 and a half years, and so I just have access to a lot of those types of people. Yeah, those types of people. So you're not just a stripper, though. You are so many interesting things. You are a social worker.
True.
And how would you describe your title in the ASL world? Can you explain to everybody what ASL is? Because when I say that to people, they're like, what is that?
Sure. So ASL is American Sign Language. So I got my master's degree from Gallaudet, which is a completely deaf university. So I took my entire degree in sign language. So my degree is in social work, but it's specifically for deaf. And then I'm an ASL interpreter / performer. So I do sometimes just interpret for deaf actors and just people trying to get into media or the entertainment industry, casting, things like that for commercial work, for TV shows, for movies. But I'm also an ASL performer, which means I integrate my dance background and signing to create a more complete experience for the deaf audience, especially for music and things like that. So I'll dance and sign, and then I also make ASL, American Sign Language, music videos.
That's what ASL stands for.
American Sign Language.
What?
Yeah. For the deaf community. Yeah.
So can we just go back to the school thing? Because I don't think it really sunk into people what college you actually went to. Explain that you were the only speaking person.
Right. So Gallaudet is a completely deaf university, so that means that all the staff, all the teachers, all my classmates were all deaf. There's like a 1% hearing population, but most of them are in interpreting or like hearing programs, where my program was deaf. So I also lived on campus and I didn't really speak for 2 years. I checked my hearing privilege And if I was on campus or with deaf people, I did not speak. I only signed. I would really only speak like if I had to call my mom, and I'd shut my dorm room and call my mom.
Right.
But I was fully immersed in sign language for 2 years. So
that's crazy.
So that's why I sign. That's why I sign like a lot of rap and hip hop now, though, because I learned slang terms that you don't get from taking like an ASL course. You have to be fully integrated into the community.
It's kind of like speaking Spanish.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Mexican slang.
Yeah. If you were like to live in Mexico or take a Spanish class, they're going to be two different things.
I'm not going to learn that Mexican slang.
Yeah, where I can say like
Duolingo.
That's lit. You're not going to learn how to say like that's lit on Duolingo.
That's lit.
That's lit.
How would you even say that?
That's
Esto es
lit.
No, that's sugar.
Luz?
Luz? Yeah, I'll figure it out.
We'll Google
Update
it.
on next podcast. Our producers are asking if we want to do a topless podcast and star them out. And my answer to that is yes, eventually, not this one, because we're not mentally prepared for that. We're not in that state.
Yeah.
Yeah, we look cute with our outfits on.
Yeah.
But that's a good suggestion.
That's a really good suggestion for
Shelley.
future.
Yeah.
Future
Yeah, I'm definitely down to do. Actually, I would like for you guys to write in and comment on this Instagram, the Instagram post that we'll make about Caroline. So if you're listening to this podcast after the Instagram post has gone up, you want to send a DM and you want to let us know. Would you like to see a topless podcast episode? Let us know. There you go. Trying to get the audience engaged.
That's really good.
A little
Engagement's
bit more.
important.
Yeah. Engagement. Wow. Okay, so one of my favorite things about watching you dance at Jumbo's Clown Room was when I got to watch you sign on stage, which at first was a once in a while thing. And so I don't think that I can't think of a single one. I've never heard of a single one, and have you, of any other stripper that literally dances sexually on stage while does sign language at the same time, because that's what she does.
Yeah. So
tell us about that.
Yeah. So I have never met another one that does it.
They probably stealing your
ever
idea if they didn't.
You know, and if they did it, if they're doing it, great. It's awesome. So I started doing it because my deaf friends would come into Jumbo's, and that's how it all started. And then sometimes they would come in, and because it's really tight and packed, I wouldn't always see them that they were there. So then I just said, fuck it, I'm just going to start doing it every set, just as an in case. And I also believe in, sometimes people like to, what I call Disney disabilities, which means they assume that someone with a disability has no sexuality, or, you know, they kind of make them very childlike.
Yeah.
Where deaf people want to get a sexy striptease too, and want to have access to the things that we have access to as well, which can be sexy and which can be erotic and which can be dangerous, and, you know, whatever. Not that stripping is dangerous, but that you know, depends on the day. But that sort of depends on your heels
and who your owner.
Yeah, who your owner
of
is.
Your club lets your stalker in or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, those kinds of